Welcome back to CFB Nation. I am your host, Nino Brown, and we got an exclusive interview with Buford High School running back Justin Baker. How we doing tonight, buddy?
Good, can't complain. Putting to work today, just chilling out in the house.
I love it. I know you got a busy schedule. We just want to say we appreciate you taking the time out of your schedule to do the interview with CFB Nation.
Of course.
All right, I'm gonna hit you with a couple rapid fire questions just to get you loose before we start talking. The real meat and potatoes here. So,
Yes, sir.
number one track right now in the headphones.
Ah, I'd probably say "Drive Me Crazy" by Lil Yachty.
All right, all right.
Yeah.
All-time favorite snack.
Sugar frosted cookies.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Um, All-time favorite athlete, not football.
Mm. Oh, that's easy. LeBron.
Okay,
Easy.
all right.
Yeah.
I figured that was coming.
Yeah. Yeah.
Georgia, Georgia Tech.
Oh, Georgia.
All right, and then the
Not even a
last one.
question.
Yeah, that was the easy one. Then the last one is I ask everybody I interview this question. Breakfast cereal 101. You can only have one bowl of cereal left. What you rocking with?
Easy money. Captain Crunch every day.
Berries or no non-berries?
Man, honestly, it doesn't matter. Without the berries, it's still good.
All right,
But
all
I'm
right,
taking berries though.
all
Definitely
right.
taking berries.
I feel you. All right.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
tell us a little bit about growing up in Georgia and what football life is like in Buford.
Man, especially growing up in like the metro area, football is everything, because playing, I started in the GFL, the Gwinnett Football League. Then I moved to playing in the city for my seventh and eighth grade year, and that was really big. It was a big shift, but I mean, I was still able to ball out. So I mean, I played at like in the Parkview district, even though I lived in Shiloh, and all the way up until about seventh grade. That's when I started playing in the city, and then I went and played for GAC for a little bit. And then after that, we made the decision to move to Buford after after the state championship when they beat Lee County back in I think it was 2020. My guy Jaden Perlotti, I had known a lot of those guys from the FBU. He was trying to get the FBU team back together at Buford, and I mean it really all worked out because you see how it is now. You got a
Yeah,
lot of talent over there at Buford. Yeah, so we was able
absolutely.
to get that team. Yeah, we was able to get that team together. Yes, sir.
All right, so you played in a lot of different like leagues and formats or whatever. But when did you? And you're still a young man, but when did you actually fall in love with the game of football?
Man, I think it was before I started playing football. Like always, I would always like when I was like two or three, whenever since I could run and walk, I would always tell my mom or dad, like, "Mom, Dad, catch me," and I would just run around the house. And I always, yeah, I always was the one that the little kid that wanted to get chased. I was always the rabbit.
All
And
right.
just kind of when I saw football, I was like, Dad, I want to be a running back. It just happened.
It just stuck with you from there on out, and that was it.
Yeah.
All right. Now, Georgia, Atlanta. Are you a Falcons fan? And if you are, what's your all-time favorite Falcon?
Mm-mm. Not the Falcons.
So what's your team? What's your team? Talk
New
to me.
York Giants. New
All
York
right.
Giants.
Favorite all-time favorite Giant.
Oof. That's probably OBJ.
Okay. Okay.
Easy.
All right.
Yeah.
The catch, that went around the world. So,
Yeah.
all right. Now let's talk about this last season at Buford High School. With the
Hmm.
Wolves, you guys went 11-1, played in the championship game versus Walton. Unfortunately, you guys came up short, 42-35 loss. But can you tell us a
Yeah.
little bit about that game?
I mean, so Coach App, he had a conversation with us. He said that his big thing for this year was we have to take responsibility of our own destiny. So
Okay.
his thing was last year he'll take responsibility for last year. In my opinion, he shouldn't, but I mean, it just happened like that. So he was like, he'll take responsibility. But this year, you saying it's on us. We have a lot of leaders on the team, and
Mhm.
he feels like we can, if we can lead the team properly, we have a state championship team easy.
All right. I
Yeah,
like it. Now, you rushed for 62 carries, 371 yards, three touchdowns. That's right around 6 yards per carry in limited action behind Justice Hayes, who just recently committed to Alabama. How are you preparing this offseason to take over as the RB1 for the Wolves? And what's your relationship like with Justice?
Oh, me and Justice, well, I've been like following him for a little bit before he came to Buford, but for with Justice, I mean, he was really a teacher for me, like
Okay.
kind of like a big brother. He watching how he worked before he came to Buford, and while at Buford, I got to get a closer look at it. He was a real good person, you know. And then this off season, my main focus was speed, really, because I knew I already had the strength, had the body, and I knew all the reads and keys. I'm really
Yep.
good with the playbook. So all this year was really just working on my speed.
All right. They're lining up and asking you, OC saying, listen, we're going to give you a couple plays. Which you rather run? You want to run the inside? You want to run the outside? Where you feel more comfortable?
Oh, inside.
Oh, okay. All right. You
Yeah,
like that
straight up defense.
physicality. All right.
Yeah.
I like it. All right. You're a yak guy. Yards after contact. Keep it
Oh
going. Keep
yeah.
trucking.
Oh yeah.
I'm excited for this season. I want to see. I saw some of your highlights from last year. You're swift. You got them swift feet. You coming out the hole. You can even tiptoe out the hole and then you explode. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to see the growth as you're still, like I said, a young man going into it. But now you got the role. It's RB1 for you.
Yeah.
So like I wrote on the bottom there, I'm next. You're next for Buford. And I can't wait to see you explode on the scene this year.
Thank you. Appreciate
Now,
that.
a little thing, no problem, my man. You deserve it. A little thing I did notice, right? I just wanted to throw it out there. You managed to get on defense side of the ball in 2 games this season, right? And you
Hmm.
got a pick. Is DB something you enjoy, or are you strictly focused on the running back? Because I noticed DB coach from Alabama, Travarius Robinson, he's the guy recruiting you. So
Yeah.
I was just wondering, is DB something that you had in your back pocket?
I mean, if it happens like that in college, I mean, it happens. But I mean, I'm like for me, I'm a football player
Right.
first, so I'm never complaining. If I get to college, running back don't work out, they move me to DB, so be it. Got a ball. But I
Right.
mean, running back's always been my first love. Offense has always been my first love. But I never had a problem with playing defense. I mean, even back before I got to high school, I was a two-way player, balled out on both sides. So I mean. I mean, me personally, I like offense better, but
Right.
defense, I never have a problem playing defense. But I mean, this year, obviously, I'm being recruited more so as a running back, so I had to focus up on running back.
All right. Now,
Yeah,
running back's what you love and you'd rather play that more. Who's your all-time favorite running back, and who's someone that you would study just to get a little couple pointers to better your craft?
my favorite running back of all time, probably say Matt Forte. You know, I
Oh,
watched him. Yeah, I watched him a lot. Like when I was younger,
all right.
so I
So
got to see like the later half.
is it the dual threat, being able to catch the ball and run the ball, right?
Hmm.
He's elusiveness, coming out of
Yeah,
Tulane, he was a dude.
yeah. Every down back.
All right, I like
That's
it.
the goal.
I like it. I was waiting for the Saquon because I know you
Oh
said
yeah,
you were a
no,
giant.
yeah. Right now, definitely Saquon.
All right. Because I knew it was coming. You said the Giants and everything. That was your favorite team. I had a feeling the Saquon was coming out. All right. You received offers from P5 schools like Michigan, Georgia, Alabama,
Hmm.
Auburn, Florida, USC, and more. Which school so far has blown you away on your visit, and why?
Um, Man, I mean, really all of them. I ain't gonna lie. Every place I've been has blown me away. But I really say the five or no, I really say the six that have really shown the most love right now is Tennessee, Michigan, Ole Miss, South Carolina, Georgia, and NC State.
All
Those are
right.
probably the six that have really showed the most love right now.
All right. Now I wasn't going to bring it up unless you brought up Michigan. And I dug into who was recruiting you, and I see Mike Hott was the running back coach recruiting
Yeah.
you. Mike Hott was a dude out in Michigan. So what are the
Oh,
talks been
yeah.
with Coach Hott? How's that going?
Oh, he's a great guy. You know, I've just recently been up there. You know, me and him talked a lot. You know, so me and him been in conversation for a little bit. You know, I watched his highlights back when he played. He was a guy.
He
I
was
ain't
a
gonna lie.
bruiser for sure. He
Oh
didn't shy
yeah,
away from contact at all. So seems like that's the way you
yeah,
want to run, and you seem to run
yeah.
already. So maybe that could be a lane that somewhere you could go in the future. We'll have to see.
Maybe we'll see.
All right, let's talk academics because you finished with a 4.0 GPA.
Hmm.
That's not that easy to do with being a student
No, it's not.
athlete and everything you got going on. What subjects interest you the most? What's something you would be looking to be as a major as you go to college? And do grades come easy to you, or do you got to really grind at it?
Oh man, grades always been easy for me, but I know that going like into my junior year and senior year is going to be a lot harder, especially going into college. But I'd probably say my favorite subjects are math and science, and history is probably third. But I never liked language arts. Language arts has always been a struggle. I ain't gonna
Okay.
lie.
All right.
Yeah.
So you said math and science. You were out there breaking down the defenses in your head, like in mathematical equations. You see, like it's the Matrix
Yeah.
and stuff. I can see you out there
Yep.
breaking it down. Got a little visual, right? Best angle this way, take off and go. All
Yeah.
right.
Gotta use some angles.
I love it. I love it. All right.
Yes, sir.
What's one thing that people don't know about Justin Baker?
Man. Probably say I gotta think about it. Oh,
I stumped you. That's my plan. My goal is to at least get you one question where you're just not ready. I got you. This is one I get a lot of people on
man,
because they're not ready for it.
that's tough. I'll probably say, even though I work hard, I love to rest. Like,
Okay.
that may sound a little contrary, but yeah,
You enjoy the peacefulness, the alone
yeah,
time, right?
yeah. I
So,
enjoy the peace.
so you're a sophomore in high school, right? And the
Yes,
recruitment
sir.
process starting, and football's, off-season workouts. Right now, what would you say you get total to yourself in off time? Hour, 2 hours?
Uh, Probably about that, an hour, 2 hours. Yeah,
Eh,
because I don't really get home to about 12:30, 1 o'clock. So really until like everybody else comes home from work.
All
Yeah.
right, all right. And you're 16, 15, 16 years old, right? So you
16, yes,
you
sir.
it's not you driving? You driving yet or what?
Yeah, I just got my license last week.
Well, congratulations to you, sir. Right, and
Thank you.
that's a big step for you. Now you can do your own thing, but you only get 2 hours to yourself, and you're a 16-year-old kid, and that's called grinding and putting in the work on both ends of
Oh
it.
yeah,
4.0 GPA, my man. Kudos to you. That ain't
appreciate
easy.
it.
I appreciate you coming on here, right? I know
Of
this is
course.
you're coming into your next season. I would love to stay in contact with you, bring you
Hmm.
back in maybe 6 months to a year, see how everything's going, see how the recruitment process is going, and just keep the story going for you.
Yes, sir.
All right. I appreciate you doing it. You have yourself a good night.
Of course, you too.
Thank you.